Hey, what's going on, guys? The Horror Man back with the next review of the Fangoria challenge. This time, Jason and I watched Rabid. Rabid is a 1977 horror film, written and directed by David Cronenberg, and according to Fangoria, it's one of the 101 best horror movies you've never seen. Rabid stars the late Marilyn Chambers as a woman named Rose. Marilyn Chambers, at the time, was known for her adult film roles. In fact, that's why she was brought in, as a way to market the film in a unique way. Originally, Cronenberg envisioned Sissy Spacek in the role. The marketing ploy worked, though, and Rabid became one of the highest-grossing Canadian productions ever. Watching this now, in the state of the world we are currently living, the title Rabid could have been changed. Just drop the R-A-B and swap them out for C-O-V. You'll understand what I mean in a bit. The movie opens with Rose on the back of her boyfriend Hart's motorcycle. They are riding down the road when Hart swerves to avoid an accident. Unfortunately, they end up crashing the bike in a field on the side of the road anyway. Hart is thrown from the motorcycle, while Rose is pinned underneath. The bike explodes, and Rose is burned in the process. The accident happened to have taken place near a medical clinic. Rose is brought in a coma. The doctors there decide to try an experimental plastic surgery procedure on her. Hart, however, is released from the clinic and is told he will be informed as soon as Rose awakens from her coma. When she eventually does, though, Rose is not the same. She has an insatiable thirst, no, a hunger for blood. Rose is rabid, a side effect from the experimental surgery. A new strain of the virus has been released from the experimental medical lab. Imagine that. Sound familiar? Rose calls Hart and pleads with him to come pick her up. After biting and infecting someone at the clinic, though, she must escape. And so she flees from the clinic and heads to Montreal, where she plans to meet up with her friend Mindy. Meanwhile, Hart goes searching for his girlfriend. On her way to Montreal, though, Rose needs to feast, so the infection spreads. Before long, it is issued as an emergency epidemic, and the citizens are forced to receive the rabies vaccine. Not only that, but it is mandated that they carry their proof of vaccine card everywhere they go. Talk about a movie ahead of its time. Despite being vaccinated, people are still transmitting and spreading the virus. Those infected turn into zombie-like killers. No one is safe in a crowded place because anyone, anywhere, could be rabid. Jason and I both agreed that there is something oddly comforting about this movie. Maybe we're just sick and twisted. Or maybe it's the 70s vibe. I also love movies set around Christmas time, and Rabid is set around that time of year. There is even a great mall scene featuring a Santa Claus display and Christmas decorations all around. And with this being a 70s film, it's that classic style mall. I miss that retro look. Marilyn Chambers was fantastic in this as Rose. She definitely looked the part, because it was imperative that the actress be attractive, so men would approach her. And that's what happens. The men are sexually driven to her. Of course, after being with her, they are left with a very different sort of STD. It should go without saying, because this does star Marilyn Chambers, that there is lots of nudity in Rabid. It somehow manages to be gratuitous and not gratuitous at the same time, because it's sort of necessary. The effects are bloody and gooey. The rabid foam green slime out of their mouths. And the ending of the film is definitely a gut punch. My relatable recommendation is another 70s horror film written and directed by David Cronenberg, They Came From Within, which most people will probably know under the title Shivers. They Came From Within was the original title of Shivers, which is why Vestron released it under that title on this VHS, seen here. This Cronenberg film was released 2 years before Rabid, in 1975. It involves residents of a suburban high-rise apartment building being infected with a strain of parasites. The parasites turn them into sex-crazed maniacs. Do you see why They Came From Within is my relatable recommendation? It's definitely similar to David Cronenberg's Rabid. Have you seen it? If so, what do you think of it? Comment below and let me know. And please be sure to check out Jason's review. What's up next in the Fangoria Challenge? Check back soon to find out. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit that thumbs up and be kind. Subscribe.